This video contains spoilers. What's up, guys? Trainer Blue here. I'm not wearing my hat. Where's my hat? And today, I need to close that closet. Close. Close. Good. Alright. And today, I need to open the document. I'm very bad at this, if you cannot tell. Today, we're going to be doing a top 10 anime. TrainerBlue's top 10 anime. I thought about doing this last night and was like, some of you guys I know have recommended anime. Some of you guys have recommended animes for me to watch. And I'm going to tell you about the top 10 that I have watched. My camera tripod is in the way of my notes. I just had to make a whole thing for it because I couldn't remember off the top of my head which animes are which ones I like the most. Starting with number 10. It's not really an anime per se. There is a version of it in Japan, but we get the English version. It would be good old Pokemon. But only up to the Diamond and Pearl. Story. Because that was the last one I really played, like the game-wise that I really enjoyed. And the anime, I kind of stopped watching it at that point. I watched some of it, but I didn't watch a lot of it. So I kind of, just stopped watching it at that point. Pokemon is pretty much it's called Pocket Monsters in Japan. It's when you I don't have my Game Boy on me, but it's when you collect monsters and fight other people. If I wanted to do it without going into too much detail about what it's about, Pokemon or Pocket Monsters in Japan came out, I believe, in 1996 or 97. I'm pretty sure the anime came out in 97 if I looked at it right, and this is at the bottom of the list mainly because I don't really consider it an anime because I've never watched the Japanese version of it. I know there is a Japanese version of it called Pocket Monsters, like I said, but since we're doing animes that are really in Japan mainly, I watch subbed, not dub. I honestly, when I watch sub and then I go watch dub of things, I'm like, oh my god, I hate it. I hate it so much. But no. That's the only reason why it's at the bottom is because I've never really watched the Japanese version, so I don't know if it's any different than the English version. So that's why it's at the bottom. But on to number 9. This one's only down here because it only has one season. Then that's Soul Eater. Soul Eater was something me and my friend Evan used to watch. Shout out to you, Evan, if you're watching this video. But I liked it. It was a cool concept of how the people turned into weapons, and they were trying to collect souls so they could become like demon masters or something. I can't remember. I want to watch it again. But I wish they had more than one season of it. That's the thing. There's only one season. It's on Netflix, and I used to watch the shit out of that with my friend Evan. I remember during Black Ops 2 on Xbox, me and him, we made emblems for ourselves that had like an image of the soul. It looks like this. I don't have the image of the emblem I made, but I should have. My editor should have put the image up. Oh, but that show, it was cool. I love the style of it. I love the humor of it. I can't remember the characters, to be honest with you, but that's why it's also down below, because I watched it a long time ago. I don't remember who the characters were, but I do remember I did have a good time watching it. Number 8 is also something that it's got, I believe, 2 seasons. Third season's coming out this year, maybe, but don't quote me on that, because I'm not 100% sure on that. But it's Tokyo Ghoul. Hello, phone. But it's Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul, I liked it, but I wasn't, that's also why it's at the bottom. I liked it, but I wasn't that much of a fan of it. I watched it when I was at my girlfriend's house, Steph's house, love you, and her brother and sister were watching, and I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool. The art style and the animation of it is pretty fantastic. Tokyo Ghoul is It's pretty much about a world where there's things called ghouls, where they're pretty much monsters, and they like to eat humans, if I do recall. And you're either, I believe, born a ghoul or you're not. But this boy, he was walking with this girl because she seemed really nice. I don't remember their names. I'm bad with names, especially Japanese names. He was walking with this girl he liked, and she was just, spoilers, I should have put in the beginning of the video, I will. But in the beginning of it, he's walking with this girl who he thinks is very, very nice. And what else? But she just secretly wants to eat him, because that's what they do. The ghouls eat humans. But someone tries to kill said ghoul, but they do. But the girl, she kind of, I believe she puts like her blood in him, or they're both in an accident, and he's given he's given some of her organs in order to survive. So he becomes kind of like a half ghoul, half person thing. And then the first season, he's really like, oh my god, I hate this. And like, he hated it because when you're a ghoul, you can't taste all the good things. Like, everything good tastes really bad. I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering correctly. But he absolutely hated it. And towards the end of the season, he got kind of tortured. And at one point, he just kind of broke. His hair turns all white. He just accepts that he's a ghoul. Since he's a half ghoul, one of his eyes only turns like really red. And during the second season, it's just about his friends, I think, trying to, not rehash him, but trying to get him better, But I do recommend that all these animes. I do recommend you go and watch. And guys, if you have not yet subscribed, go do that. I'll do more of these. Tell me in the comments what you want to see more of top 10s. Alright, and number 7, and there is no pun here, 7 Deadly Sins. The art style of this is amazing. I remember my friend George, he recommended this to me. It's on Netflix, at least the first season is. That's when I found it, and oh my god, I loved it. Like, once I finished, and this is something I hardly ever do, is once I finish reading something, I kind of, go and, I don't do this often, but I finished watching it, and I was like, alright, I gotta know what's happening now. So I went and read the manga, sorry. And I read it up to a good point, and now they're actually releasing the anime for season 2. I have to catch up on that. I'm like 4 episodes behind. But no. Yeah, that's really it. God, it's just the art style of it, the characters, they're hilarious. But yeah. I don't really know what else to say about 7 Deadly Sins, but you guys should all go and watch it. But up to number 6 is a fairly new anime. It's Boruto, Naruto Next Generations. I like it because its art style is phenomenal. I was a really big fan of Naruto back in the day. It's not actually on this list because I watched it a lot, the original Naruto, with my friend Devin. We used to make jokes, and I used to have an old PlayStation 2 game for it. But now I don't. Well, I do, but obviously it's really old. And I just never got into the games for it, and the anime was good, but there were so many episodes. So it's a long anime. Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. Oh crap, I missed one. That's number 6. And Boruto is just, that show kind of, gets on my nerves sometimes, because Boruto's such a jerk to his dad. He's like, I hate my dad, he's so annoying. He never spends time with us. And I'm like, dude, your dad had no family when he was your age. He was literally the outcast and had no friends. And you are the complete opposite. You have a family who loves you dearly, and you have literally everybody is your friend. Everybody likes you. So yeah, Boruto. I know they're all kind of weird. They have the movie, and then they have the manga, and they also have the anime, which are all in different points of time. Manga's like much further ahead. Movies, I think, coming up on where the anime is coming up to where the movie was, I believe. And that is, yeah, that's pretty much Boruto. Alright, number 5 is Full Metal Alchemist. Not Brotherhood, but the other one, because I never watched Brotherhood. I watched, like, the first episode of Brotherhood, but I watched mainly the other one, the other version of it, which I really enjoyed. Rip the dog and the daughter. But no, that was sad. I remember, I've seen so many memes about it. I recently watched half of the movie. Hello, phone. I recently watched half of the movie because I just haven't had time to get back into the movie. I really want to, though. I'm going to watch it probably when I go back to Jackson to visit my parents tomorrow. Full Metal Alchemist is a story about how Edward Elric, I believe, Edward Elric, yeah? And Al, yeah, Edward Elric, something like that, and Al, his younger brother Elric. They lose their mother at a very young age as children, and decide they want to try to perform alchemy to bring their mother back, which is taboo against the rules of alchemy, because alchemy is an equal exchange. So if you want to make like they use in the movie, at least, they use an example, one of the villagers asks Al to make his cart into like marble, which is a stone, but it's only a wood cart, and it gets all smashed up. And he's like, I can't do that. I could make it a wooden table because I have the wooden the wooden pieces of it, because equal exchange. You can't make something more of than what you don't have. You need to have the materials for it in order to make it. So that's where they get the whole situation of bringing their mom back, which was very sad. They read a books, and it says basically what the human is made out of. But yeah, and then Al is gone pretty much. He just kind of disappears, and Ed loses his arm first, and then Ed's like, "Ah, shit, my brother's gone. Bring him back, please." And then he loses his leg, which he then gets prosthetics for, which then he becomes the Full Metal Alchemist, where he doesn't have to. Usually, you have to form a kind of alchemy circle in order to do any kind of alchemy, but he has it like implanted, like I believe he has it like imprinted into his hand, so he doesn't have to. So he goes like this all the time, and does alchemy. Number 4, these next 3 are kind of all similar, but number 4 is good old Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball. Definitely not GT, but just Dragon Ball, no other letters or words. But Dragon Ball, it was such a fun anime. The whole Dragon Ball franchise is amazing. Just seeing him from a small child to being a grown-ass man. It was fun watching his adventures as a kid. I never watched the full thing because, again, there's a lot of episodes to these shows, these top ones. But it's fun watching him grow from a child and then getting married. And then that's pretty much it. Dragon Ball is about a story about a kid who lands from space named Goku, or Kakarot. And an old man named Gohan finds him and raises him as his own. But during a full moon, Goku, who is a Saiyan from the planet Vegeta, which no longer exists because a bad person blew it up, Saiyans turn into giant monkeys when they see a full moon. And he accidentally kills them, which we don't find out until later. So Goku is left on his own, but he's trained in martial arts. His grandpa trained him in martial arts. He's called Grandpa Gohan in like all the games, and to Kid Gohan. That's where he names his first kid after. And then he finds Bulma, and they're going for it because Goku has this thing called the Dragon Ball. There's 7 orbs that make any wish come true. They summon Shenron. I almost said Shenlong. I think that's the Japanese version. But him and Bulma go on an adventure to find all the Dragon Balls. They pick up friends like Krillin, who Goku and Krillin train under Master Roshi in the ways of more martial arts, and that's where Goku and Krillin's endless friendship begins together. They become kind of rivals in the beginning, but then they become like best friends towards the end of the anime we're currently at, which is ending, unfortunately, quite soon, which is upsetting. What else? Krillin dies. Not the first time. Well, this is the first time he dies. There's the evil King Piccolo, who in this we believe is an alien. Not an alien, a demon. Demon King Piccolo is what they call him in Dragon Ball. And Goku defeats him, but he spits out an egg, which hatches regular Piccolo. Which then leads me to number 3, Dragon Ball Z, where we pick up pretty much right where we left off in Dragon Ball. Goku and Chi-Chi are married. Chi-Chi is the wife he meets, who he just beats in a martial arts tournament, which... And at this point, Goku is a lot stronger than he was. We still don't know, but what happens is Raditz crashes down, and he's like, "Yo, my brother, why is this planet not destroyed? I'm taking your child." Takes Gohan and to make sure to see if Goku will come and help him destroy the planet. Goku doesn't have his tail anymore, by the way. Goku had a tail. Saiyans have tails. Raditz has a tail. Tails are their weak points. In the fight to get their son back, Goku and Piccolo team up, and they win. But Goku dies because he had to hold Raditz like something like this. Raditz's would be in front of me right now. And Piccolo dies, but he goes to King Kai's place to train because the Saiyans, there's 2 other Saiyans. There's actually a lot of Saiyans out there if you watch the movies. Not Goku, Nappa and Vegeta. They hear over Raditz's communicator that there are these things called Dragon Balls that grant any wish. So they decide they're going to come to Earth, kill everybody, get the Dragon Balls, and wish for immortality. Simple enough. So the rest of them know this. The Z Fighters, as they're called, Tien, Yamcha, Piccolo, Krillin, and Piccolo trains Gohan as a child. And Piccolo begins his lovely journey into, that. Where we left off was that all the Z Fighters, Yamcha, Tien, Piccolo, Krillin, and now Gohan, are all training for a year until the Saiyans get here. And then they get there, everybody pretty much dies, except Gohan and Krillin, but Goku gets back after training with King Kai. He is a Northern Kai. There are 4 Kais, Northeast, Southwest. He gets Northern Kai, who teaches him the Spirit Bomb and the Kaioken technique, which amplifies your power. But it causes a huge strain to your body if you do not use it well. Right. And then Goku beats Vegeta. Vegeta leaves. Nappa's dead, by the way. Vegeta kills him because he failed. And he killed Piccolo. If you kill Piccolo, go buy Dragon Balls. Whole other story. I'm not going to go into the whole story, but I love it because Goku is just an amazing... He is one of, I guess, my biggest influences because he's taught me never to give up, And to always be happy, be nice to others, be kind to others, give everyone a chance. So he's always had, that influence on me. Number 2, would be Dragon Ball Super. It's also a new anime. Actually, no, it's not. It came out, 2015? And it's just amazing. I love it. I love not the beginning of it, but the animation is amazing. I'm not so sure how I feel about the new forms, but they're all right in their own sense. And again, watch these animes and tell me down below if you like my list or if you don't, and tell me if you want me to do another top 10, and if you do, tell me which one you want me to do. I'll do video games, I don't know. That's up for you guys to decide. So, number 1. Drum roll, please. Guess not. My Hero Academia. I'm falling. Oh, this anime, I don't even know what to say about it. I just love it a lot. It's just a really good anime in my opinion. There we go. My camera's focusing now. Again, a lot of these I like the animation style of it. I love just how the animes look. I don't honestly care about story wise sometimes or fillers or any of that, but the second season is they have 2 full seasons of it, and third season's coming out I believe in April, which is amazing because I can't wait. But the story that God, what is it? The story of that is pretty much the world is filled with people who are superheroes, because long time ago, these things called quirks started happening, was where it's like you have an ability, and you usually develop it at a young age when you're a kid. But our main hero, Deku or Midoriya, people call him Deku. His one guy calls him because he doesn't like him because he tried to help him when they were kids, and he's like, I don't need your help, I'm a tough guy, and all his friends started making fun of him. Because Midoriya always likes to help out. He always wants to help somebody. He always wanted to be a hero. He wanted to inspire to be like his favorite hero of all time, All Might, who can pretty much I don't know. But Midoriya ends up being quirkless, which means he doesn't have any powers. But his friend Bakugo ends up getting trapped, and all the heroes can't figure out how to stop this monster. But Deku, Midoriya, decides he's going to still try and help, even though he has no powers. He throws a book at the monster's kind of sludge monster's eye. He does his best to help out Bakugo in the whole situation. But other than that, he's good. He's not good. He has no powers. Because the reason why All Might didn't help again, because All Might, during a fight with somebody, kind of got hurt really badly, so he can't hold his form forever more. He has it like kind of in a time limit. And towards the end of season 2, his time limit for it is so low because of the amount of times he's had to push doing it. And Midoriya finds this out. It kind of crushes his image of All Might, kind of, but not really. And All Might's power is called All for One, which means it's a power that's shared. So everybody who has the power of can call upon the power of the person, all the other people who have had it. Because you share it with other people. And that's just honestly a pretty cool power to me. It's like super strength, pretty much. Super enhanced, like, limbs and everything. So All Might decides, you're worthy of this power. So he gives it to him, and he trains him to go to the school. I can't remember what the school's called. I don't remember. But they train there, and there's this guy who has his own plans. He's a bad guy, obviously. He meets a bunch of his friends. I can't remember the names. It was Ochicho, which is, I'm assuming, the love interest for good old Midoriya. I don't know. But, yeah. I didn't really know what I was doing with my top 10. I'll probably do a little better if I do another one. But that is it. So, if you guys enjoyed the top 10 animes of TrainerBlue's top 10 animes, whatever I decide to call it, hit the like button, subscribe, don't forget the bell to know when I get upload, and make sure you comment down below if you want me to do another top 10, and give me some suggestions. I'm all ears, yo. But with that, I bid you guys adieu. Remember, you guys are awesome just the way you are, and don't let anyone ever tell you that you're not. Later, guys.